Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? And welcome to the latest edition of Drew Mania Live. So nice to have you with us for this Wednesday, the 9th day of October, the year 2019. And of course, this is yours truly, Andrew L. Perry. Oh yes, and yes indeed. Thank you very much. As always, coming alive and at you from the busy streets, which is Brooklyn, New York, and boy, it's cold out there. Temperature is probably 50 degrees, and it's really damped outside right now. As thank God the Yankees is not playing. As we chat to you, what is happening in the world of sports? Well, I decided not to go home today. I decided I'm gonna stay home, even though I'm not working today, so I'm off today to chat to you what's happening. It's been a long while, so I'm so glad that you guys decided to join us as we chat to you what is going on as far as the world of sports competition is concerned. Once again, I'm yours truly, Andrew L. Perry, coming alive and at you as we chat to you what's happening in the world of sports. Well, baseball is the main topic right now, and what is happening as far as that, as the Cardinals and the Braves is about to get underway, and then later on is the Dodgers and the Nationals the winner will face each other, most likely game 1. I'm not too sure of the National League Championship Series will start. We're not too sure. Well, tomorrow is the decisive game 5 in the American League side between the Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays. The winner will face the New York Yankees. But while we stay in the American League, I know we got a lot of things to catch up. I know I'm going to go back, but before I go any further, I just got to get over the Oakland A's and preference what Joe Benigno said. The words of Joe Benigno said, and when he said about the Jets. Well, I'm going to say about the Oakland Athletics. You could change the coach. You could change the players. The general manager. You can't change the general manager still there. You could change you could change the coach, you could change the players, you could change the philosophy, you could change all that, you could change everything. You even can change the new ballpark where they're about to get, probably a few years from now. Hopefully they stay in Oakland. But the results never change. And I screamed about this last year, and I'm not going to scream too much about it. It is the same old. Every time in the postseason, in the elimination game, the Oakland Athletics spit the bid. They did it again. And every time, and thank God I did not watch the game. Thank God I was at work that day, because if I would have stayed home and go home and watch that game, number one, I would be furious. And I'll be sucked in like I did. This year I did not do that. Even though they hold on to the wild card. They are a very good regular season team. But when it comes to the postseason, they don't do well. And we've seen this over and over and over and over again. And honestly, I'm so happy I'm over it at this point. I really am. Because there's no point rooting for this team anymore. There's no point. Because all they're going to do is aggravate you. That's all they're going to do. They're going to aggravate you. I'm going to yell and scream for no reason. And I was like, you know what? Don't, Andrew, even though I was thinking about it, I was flirting of, say, you know what? Finally, Oakland going to do something. Thank God I didn't do that. And I don't want to hear, oh, they don't have enough to work with. They don't have no help. What my brother was trying to tell me, which is all nonsense. You got the San Francisco Giants who won 3 championships. And they did it with Andre Huff. They did it with Tim Lincecum. They did it with Angel Pagan, the former Met. They did it with Madison Bumgarner. They did it with the former White Sox. I forgot his name on top of my head. I forgot his name. But they did it with the Kung Fu Panda, Pablo Sandoval. So I don't want to hear any excuses for the Oakland A's. So don't try to tell me that the Oakland A's cannot win in a postseason, in an elimination game in the postseason. They haven't done that since the year 2000. They lost to the Yankees. They lost to the Red Sox. They lost to the Kansas City Royals. Numerous times they lost to the Detroit Tigers. Okay? The Tampa Bay Rays, first playoff was 2008, and they have done more for a small market team. The Tampa Bay Rays have done more than what the A's have done in the postseason, and it was a short period of time. So what the Oakland A's excuse? The Oakland A's have been made the playoffs since the year 2000. I mean, some is in and out. Some is in and out, but the point is, they cannot win an elimination game when it matters. They can't win a game when it matters most. And you know what? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I said this before. I say this again. What they did in the regular season now, it doesn't mean a damn thing anymore. They could go on 100 wins. You could have a 100-win team. You got 100 wins, 102, 103, 104. It doesn't matter if you don't win an elimination game. It doesn't matter, despite the fact, yes, they swept the Twins in 2005, 2006, and when they got to the American League Championship Series against the Detroit Tigers, guess what? The Tigers swept them. Manuel Ordonez, Game 4 in extra innings. Remember that game very well. I didn't finish watching it, but I remember that game very well. As they roll up the bases, as the Detroit Tigers go on to the World Series, and we all know what happened. So, but anyway, just want to get it out there. Just want to get it out there before we're gonna get out of the way and stuff like that. But staying with the regular season, staying with the division series. Give the Yankees credit. The Yankees continue to dominate. Now it's 16 wins straight against the Minnesota Twins. And let's be honest, the Minnesota Twins have no answers. No answers. Their lineup is much better. Even though they have Nelson Cruz, their lineup is much better. Much better than the Twins. The Twins only have two power. That was Miguel Sano, and Nelson Cruz. Other than that, they really don't have nobody else. If you really think about it, and Nelson Cruz, let's be honest, he's nothing but a journeyman. And he really is. He's nothing but a journeyman. But to say. It's been amazing and unbelievable how a team that could have one way. I thought the Angels have their way with the Yankees was bad, but the Yankees just having their way with the Minnesota Twins. And like I said, the Twins really have no answer for the New York Yankees, and the Yankees are sitting well rested and rightfully so. And they will face the winner of tomorrow's game between the Astros and the thing. And if you're the New York Yankees, you got to face the Astros. You do not, and I repeat, you do not want the Tampa Bay Rays. Even though I expect the Yankees to win, the Astros, you're gonna have to grind some more, because not only the Astros is in the same division as you, they have played you. Even though outside of the Toronto Blue Jays for the Yankees. Outside of the Toronto Blue Jays, the Yankees has been a true damn. But outside of that, let's call it the way we see it. Let's call it the way we see it. Okay, let's call it the way. Let's call it the way we see it. The Yankees have been dominant. Dominant. I don't know what's the record in top of my head, but I know it's over 500. They were dominant against this NL East team, and I think the Tampa Bay Rays is gonna make the Yankees a lot. Yankees gonna make them sweat. So it's the Astros. Even though the Astros have an ace, and yesterday, despite the fact even Justin Verlander got knocked out of the game early, but let's see how things pan out. Let's see, things, because we never know what things is gonna happen and so forth. So that's where we are as far as the NL. For the NL, as far as the Cardinals, Braves, I think this has been if you really stop and think about it, this has been a slop. To me, I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but to me, this has been a sloppy series. This is probably one of the sloppiest division series I have ever seen in my life. And that's saying a lot. This series has been sloppy. We see more unhustle, miss hustle. We miss a lot of defensive plays. A lot, That's saying a lot, Not to me. It hasn't been a lot of good baseball, to say the least. That's what I've not been. That's what I've not been seeing. Adam Duvall, and then we see a little pitcher duel until Adam Duvall in game 2 hit that home run to put the Braves up to help to win 3-1. So we see how things pan out. Let's see how things pan out as far as today's goal against the St. Louis Cardinals. As for the Dodgers in this series, I'm not gonna lie. As far as the Dodgers Nationals, we all thought this series was going to be a sweep. Let's be honest, because the Nationals really has been the cardiac kids to me this year. The way they have come back in dramatic fashion. They have come back left and right, and to still stand and force a pivotal game, force a decisive Game 5 is really remarkable when you stop and think about it. And Steven Strasburg is going to get postseason tonight, and against Clayton Kershaw on a 3 days rest. I think it's Clayton Kershaw, if I'm not mistaken. I may have to look it up, but nevertheless, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to this Game 5 between the Nationals and the Dodgers, and see how things pan out. And for a history standpoint, you would love to see the Dodgers Cardinals in the NLCS. And then Braves Nationals, or Nationals Cardinals, or Braves Dodgers. Braves Dodgers is more sexier when you stop and think about it. But nevertheless, let's see how things pan out tonight in a couple of Games 5 tonight. As we, couple of days from now, we're moving on to the National League Championship, to the league's championship series in baseball. As we're going deeper, closer to the Fall Classic. Now let's move on to football. Now let's move on to football for a second here. As let me say this about the Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman needs to shut the hell up. Like really. Talking about how before the toss-up of the Monday night game between the Browns and the 49ers, talking about he came in and he's showing them a disrespect. Let me tell you something. Let me say this.